Today we look at two of Yamaha's digital piano lines, the Arius line and the Clavinova line, specifically the YDP-145 and the CLP-725, two fantastic instruments. We're going to be talking about the differences, the similarities, the sound systems, and how they play, and why they might be the best piano for you.
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in beautiful downtown San Antonio, Texas.
I'm Patrick Marr. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channels, check out our other videos, sign up for notifications, like our videos, leave us comments. We appreciate the support, and we love to interact with you. Ted, you were around in the very early days of Yamaha digital pianos, the earliest days,
first Clavinova.
Right? And through all the years, what would you say Yamaha's vision is for creating, like the Clavinova and what it's become today? But what was kind of the leading light that led them to this great product line?
The leading light was that the sales of digital pianos has always been good from the very beginning, because you have to consider the alternative. Now, I'm going back to about 1987, 88, when the Clavinova was first taken from just a digital piano into a specific product called Clavinova. And you got 3 pianos, and it had a stereo symphonic button and volume in it, and that's it. And it was an 8-bit machine. You could plug in headphones with it. To me, that thing was a godsend. I wanted one of those since I was a teenager. And you could practice private.
About how much were they?
$3,000.
Okay, so
they're like high 2000s.
Can
to
you imagine,
get something decent.
Can you imagine those specs today and paying $3,000 for it?
No, it's a piece of junk. I
So
mean, by today's standards, it's
that's
just
and so that's one of the one of the hard things about picking a digital piano for a lot of people. And I think just to burst the bubble right immediately, it's today the product offerings are so in depth, and every single instrument, almost every price range is really has a lot to offer.
There's
and
it's a bounty of stuff.
Yeah, and like for the YDP-145 we're looking at today, 192 note polyphony, like that's like unheard of 25 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
They'd be like, "Why are you crazy? Like, how's there enough memory to do that?" And then it goes up as you go to the 725, and both these are kind of considered the entry line product in their specific category. So the YDP, of course, has the 103, which is their lowest price, but I would say like that entry step is really the 145. And they make the S35 and the S55 now, which are kind of, I think S stands for slim, so they're a little slim casing.
Yeah.
But all in that kind of $11.99 to $15.99 price range. The 145 we're looking at today, I think the map is $12.99 online.
Very affordable piano.
And it comes with the bench, comes with the stand, the pedals, everything, right?
What's funny is Yamaha advertises this, and they note it as a digital piano for the aspiring pianist. Well, I'm over 60 years old. I'm still an aspiring pianist. I've never gotten to my goals. I don't know too many pianists that say, I reached my goals, I'm proud, I just rest on my... Most of them are still driven. And so everyone's always an aspiring pianist, because to learn a harder piece or a song you never learned. And for that, just that definition, this thing works. It's a highly functional digital type spin-it piano. And I don't mean it sounds like a spin-it, it sounds like a grand piano, and it plays like a grand. It's got that graded hammer on it, and it works great, it plays great, but it's not anything as fancy as what they have available today. It's not the best.
Yeah.
And again, the Arius line, salesmen refer to that as the Clavinova killer, because it does take sales from some Clavinovas, and Yamaha likes it that way.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that there's the Sears school of marketing, good, better, and best, and you fit those products and there's something for everyone. No. In between, Yamaha's got a couple different products in between good, better, and best, and it's graduated. And you wonder, why do they make so many things? Well, on a worldwide level, that little sliver is millions of customers.
Yeah.
And so they're filling a lot of needs in it, so they have a lot of product. And Yamaha doesn't have a problem with salesmen referring to this as a Clavinova killer, because it's really a more affordable Clavinova for those that can't get up there.
Yeah, and so we'll talk about some of the differences between the line, but I think it's interesting how Yamaha, the technology trickles down over the years, so you can trace it very clearly. So the sample on the YDP-145 is probably the sample on the CLP-400 series back in the day.
Right.
So you go back 15 years, you see the sample, you go, oh, that's on the new, that's
on the new one.
And so they've created the binaural sample on the Clavinova line, and so the 725 has a binaural CFX sound. But even that one's not their top of the line. You have to go up a level to the 735 to get the newest binaural sample.
The 725 is actually like the Clavinova. It's the Spin-It of all Clavinovas. It's the entry line, and it is a couple of stepped up things from the YDP. You have a better action, and you have a better sound card, and you have a little bit bigger price. But the functionality, the layout of the instrument is almost identical. They work the same. One does play better, and one does sound better. For the most part, I think they have almost the same kind of sound system in it.
I think this one has two 8-watt speakers, and so the other one I think has 20 watts. So you get a lot more power out of the 725. But no, to your point, they're going to sound, similar, especially for playing with headphones. But again, the action does get upgraded as you move up to the Clavinova series.
And I love both these products for this reason. It's the great starter piano, either one, and it comes with a matching bench. And I can't stress enough how important those ergonomics are for anyone that is sitting at a piano trying to master a piece or to, just practice.
Yeah.
You need to have the right kind of physical ergonomics in order to make it work, and both of these products deliver, and they do it for less than $2,000, and that's hard to do. If we go out there and we have a $2,000 budget and we have to pick on those old Spin-Its, there's not a whole lot of good pickings out there in terms of would you rather have this or this in your house.
Very easy maintenance too. You don't have to tune it. You don't have to. It's very easy to pick up and move around. So like to your point, the CLP-725 comes in at $19.99. There's $700 difference between these two. Different sound system, different speakers, sound card. The action this has the older Clavinova action. The new one, it's called the S.
It's got it's the Grand Touch
S.
S.
So the smaller version of the Grand Touch from Yamaha. So let's take a listen to both of them. Let's listen to the samples because they are different. We'll listen to the piano and some of the extra voices on there, and then we'll talk about a couple more things that separate the Arius line from the Clavinova line.
we used a direct line output into the input to record these, so that you won't really tell the difference. I mean, this the 125, the CLP-125 and a YDP-145, they have the same size speakers, but they run 20 watts through on the Clavinova, and the hearing difference between the two samples that they probably heard is going to be 192 note or 196 note polyphony on the YDP, and on the CLP-725 it's got 256. So you can definitely hear that. And I will say this about all the Yamaha Clavinovas and the Arius line: if you start at the bottom and you work your way up, they're like that good, better, best kind of thing. As you move up, they do become more joyful of an experience to play. And it's nice to go from one up to the next to the next. And you had mentioned this before, a lot of people come in to buy the Arius and they end up buying a 735, which we're going to talk about in another video.
Yeah, and so I think, getting your hands on these, hearing about the differences is important, and thinking about where you want to be or where the student wants to be in a couple years, and which one really will last a lot longer. And in this situation, the 725 and the 145, the Arius YDP, they're both incredible instruments. I don't think there's really a wrong answer. I think it's kind of what fits your budget, because both of these are going to be really good starting points, but at some point need to be upgraded. And one will be a little bit of a better starting point, but that will be up to you to take advantage of.
But the thrill and joy is when you're ready to upgrade it, the person is ready for it. They have already accomplished a whole bunch of skills on the piano, and they're wanting a better instrument.
Yeah. So if you've owned a YDP before, if you've owned a CLP, please leave comments below. How was the experience? How did you like the features of the CLP line or the YDP line? Which one was right for you? Which one did you maybe underbuy or overbuy? And what were the reasons? That would be very helpful for people who are looking to make a decision to get the right instrument. These are, again, both new products from Yamaha. The 725 has been out for a little bit, probably coming up on a year and a half. The YDP 145 is a little bit newer in the last 6 months. So really just great products, both under $2,000, both deliver a lot, a great action, a great sound, great feel, great layout. And so Yamaha, really kind of a standard here at this price point. And so thank you guys for watching. Let us know if you, again, in the comment section, if you've owned one of these and your experience with it. That'd be very helpful. And we'll see you next time.